Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to another episode of F1 Manager Challenge Mode. Let's hope we have a better race tonight than we did last night. Last night was really demoralising. Really bad result. Freddie just had a nightmare race. Felipe was looking so good all through the race. Made the overtake on the final lap to take the lead from Perez, and literally immediately crashed and retired on the very last lap. Half a lap to go. So painful. But we're not going to dwell on it. We're going to push on. We're going to hope that we can do better tonight. So we have 3 days to go till the next Grand Prix. As you can see, we've got some scouting results coming up and some more some more wings being manufactured. We did go through quite a lot of brand new rear wings last night. Evening, Marcel, Farah and Jason, good to see you guys. Let's have a look at the results from our scouting. So we can see Bottas's deal there. He's on 18.5 mil and he's only got 3 months left on his contract. Lando still has 28 months left on his deal. George, 28 months on his. Sainz, 16 months. So we've got some more scouting to do. So we'll take a look at Nando and Ocon, Gasly and Danny Rick. Right. Is anyone bringing any upgrades? Let's have a look. I don't think so. I think our car is pretty much where it was in the last race. As you can see, speed was our biggest struggle. And that still appears to be the case. There might actually be an upgrade for one team, I'm not sure. We've got a new rear wing coming from Monza, don't forget that, which is the race after this one. So that will help improve our speed a little bit and potentially our cornering as well. It will definitely help improve our DRS, I believe, too. Let's see what the deficit is as far as the top teams. Let's take a look at Red Bull. Their car is just mighty, as you can see. They're crushing it. Very much faster than we are, as you can see. That is quite a significant gap in top speed. It doesn't look like a lot, but in F1 terms, that is big. That's a big gap. Let's have a look at the Ferrari. Ferrari's a little bit smaller. We're closer to Ferrari than Ferrari are to Red Bull, which is good. And we do have the edge on them in cornering, at least in general pace, and a slight edge in dirty air performance. So we could potentially be able to hang with the Ferraris in this Grand Prix. And let's have a look at Mercedes, who we are fighting in the championship. Mercedes are fractionally faster than us in a straight line, but it's a very, very small amount. We do have a slight edge over them in cornering. Particularly big advantage in the high-speed stuff, which is very good. DRS, we've got a big improvement on them in DRS as well, so we should be able to outperform the Mercedes here, I hope, because there's a lot of there's a big mixture of cornering going on at this circuit. Let's take a look at the track for a breakdown. There you can see we've got some medium speed at the start, and then we've got a nice high speed section going into the end of the second sector. A blast on the straights with DRS until the low speed chicanes, and then high speed to finish the lap off again. So a real kind of mix, but there is some very important high speed cornering going on there, which leads into the DRS zones, and that's really going to help us out because that's where we are strongest. So that can hopefully negate a little bit of the shortfall we have in terms of straight line pace. let's set some new targets for this Grand Prix. We're going to go with both cars getting into Q3, and obviously both will get into Q2. Fastest lap is achievable. Guarantee finish position. We're going to try and get both our cars to finish. It's been a while actually since that's happened. Yeah, get both cars finishing in the top 10 hopefully, and we'll do a new quali streak of 2 in the top 10 for the next 5 races. Again, we don't really need the rewards on any of these, but it's just nice to have some targets to try and achieve. So with that, let me do one last quick check, make sure we've got enough spare parts. We are short 1 chassis, so we've just got to be careful we don't prang the car. We've got spare front wings, fine on rear wings, underfloor suspensions. Yep, let's head to Zandvoort.
It's another historic weekend of Formula One here at Zandvoort. The track has seen many unforgettable moments, like Gilles Villeneuve's 3-wheeled lap at the 1979 Dutch Grand Prix, which cost him victory. What excitement lies ahead this year? There's never a dull moment at Circuit Zandvoort. It's fast, very fast, with long straights and wide curves. But it also features 2 heavy banked corners, where aerodynamic improvements are sure to help our drivers. This is it. We're down to the last few races of the season, and it's time for that final push. Who will be crowned champion at the end of it all? We'll find out soon enough. Let the weekend begin!
Oh, we have a wet race. I didn't even think about looking at the weather. Okay, that's going to make things more interesting. We do have that element of unpredictability with our drivers in the wet. In terms of pace, anyway. So now I'm a little concerned that we might not actually do all that well. It depends on what the rain's going to do, I suppose. It's only light rain, or moderate rain, so it's not going to be, you know, horrendous. It should stay in inter territory all the way through. We might get the odd little spike above 4 mil, but I don't think they'll last very long if that happens. We got some rain today, and then some rain on the Sunday, but nothing on the Saturday. So it will be a dry quali. That'll help us get up the grid, and then we'll just have to see if we can capitalise on weather changes in terms of pit stops. We are going to lose a lot of ground every time we get a significant change in the weather. We're going to lose a lot of pace compared to the front runners. So I'm no longer thinking about fighting against the Ferraris and trying to stay with the Red Bulls. I'm now thinking purely about trying to make sure we can, you know, maintain position over Mercedes. That's my goal for this race now. If it was a dry race, who knows? Maybe we could be in contention for a win again. But, you know, with the wet weather being as unpredictable as it can be, yeah, I think we're just going to have those periods where we're just going to drop off the pace massively and lose, you know, a second or two a lap to the Red Bulls. So run lap for this circuit is 21. Let's drop the pace. As we always do, let's take a look at the sliders. Okay, so quite an aggressive front wing on that one there. Let's have a look there. It's a bit more balanced here. So we'll start with this car. We'll go with a 9 and a 13. And we'll go with a 4.6, a 3.5 and a 1. And I can see straight away that is not going to work. So let's try something else. Let's try a 9.5, a 13.5. Let's go to a 7.3. That also is not going to work. Okay. And that is me pretty much out of setups I think that might work. I've got a 14 rear wing, but that's a 10 front wing. And an 8.2. but it is a 2.85 and then a 0.15. That might actually work. Alright, there we go. We've got a setup that will sit in. So we'll give that a start. And let's have a look at this car here. So let's go with the 13 wing on this one. So let's go the 9, the 13, the 4.6, the 3.5 and the 1. Oh, and that comfortably fits on that one. Okay, there we go. We will start with hard tyres, but we'll make the change to softs if it is going to rain in this first session. And let's go to practice.
Radio check.
It is going to rain. Okay, so let's go back onto softs.
It's green now.
And we'll potentially use the hards in the next session, or the mediums and the hards on the Saturday. Once again, the AI is not running any reserve drivers.
We are expecting rain pretty soon.
To quote Annie Lennox, here comes the rain again. Yeah, it's going to be into weather for the rest of the session. Hopefully we can get the feedback in before that hits. It'll be a bit tight, but I think we might just make it. Can always do a lap or two on the slicks if necessary.
What's your thoughts on...
Oh, there we go. Freddie is 100% set up straight away. That is excellent. What about Felipe? Ooh,
what do you think?
Needs some work. Manu going out. Ah, what a shame. Alright, let's get to a 13.5. Let's try. Excuse me. Oh dear. Let's go to a 9.5. Let's go to a 5.5 and a 3.4. That isn't going to work. Let's see if we can make a tweak to that. That's not going to work either. Let's go to a 6.4 then. Pull that in a touch. That might be too much. There we go. We'll give that a try. We're into guesswork territory again here. We want some inters. And we need some inters here as well. At least we've taken the guesswork out of one of these two car setups, and that's already done. So now we just need to see whether or not we've made the right improvements or whether we still have work to do. See, if the rain stays like this during the race, I think we'll be okay pace-wise, but if it starts to fluctuate or gets too high, goes above like 3 and a bit, then we'll start to drop off again in pace. But if it stays in that sort of 1.5 to 2.5 range, which would be ideal, I think we'll be golden.
I think we've had a car run wide.
Yeah, moments like this when the weather is just over, but it's not going to stay wet enough to make that switch, this is where we're really going to struggle in the race. Our drivers' low adaptability means they will really suffer in terms of their pace.
How's the balance?
81%, that's not that big an improvement. There we go, that's our first session done.
The checkered flag is now out.
Very good session for Freddie. Still a fair bit of work to do with Felipe. And we are going to see penalties for Perez and Fernando Alonso. And Schumacher and Zhou as well. Let's see if anyone else gets a penalty added before we get to quali. Right, let's go on to the hards for this session then. I'm going to run 28 laps with Freddie. And we're going to nominally fuel for 28 laps with Felipe, but we may pull him in to make additional changes. Okay, so the front wing is not good. I'll push that up to a 10. That'll sort out the rear wing. We need to bring that back to about there, maybe. And then go this way. And let's try that and see how that shakes out.
Radio check.
Oh, I've got another wet session. Okay, so let's go with the mediums for this session. Then we'll save the hards for tomorrow. Why won't it let me send them out? There we go. how long till that rain comes? We should again just about get the feedback in before it hits. We might have a little
Did somebody spin out there?
full wet moment at the start of this rain, and then it'll be inters for the rest of it. Come on, give me that feedback. 96, big improvement.
How does it feel?
So, we need inters again. Going to drop the run plan down to about 15 laps. We just need a little correction. That might be all we need to do. I am going to push that up there as well, just to be on the safe side. We can always correct that back again if we need to. So once again, we'll slap on those inters. We'll leave the run plan as is. Just looking to get in enough laps to gain about 20% on track knowledge for Freddie. Felipe, obviously we're waiting until we get the feedback complete. This is useful data for us as well in trying to predict what the weather's actually going to do in the Grand Prix. In terms of when it goes above the orange line, it gives us a bit of a baseline, I suppose, for what we can expect in terms of where those 4mm spikes are going to be. Uh, 67. I would have preferred to keep him out a little longer there. I wasn't quite quick enough. Never mind. We'll just give him an extended run in the final session. Yeah, so we did over-click with the toe. We can click that back. That'll be sorted for the next session. Alright, there we go. Pretty useful second session there. We got a good baseline on rain activity. We've got one of our cars nailed, the other one is as good as nailed. And we haven't broken any front wings, which is always a good thing. There we go. So 77, 28 laps will be more than enough fuel, I think. There we go. And we're going to go 30 laps just to make sure we've got enough for Freddie. It's probably a touch more than we need, but better safe than sorry. Gives us the opportunity to also extend by an extra lap or two at the end if we need to.
Radio check. Radio check.
Evening, Anthony.
It's green now.
Okay, for some reason the runs are looking a little on the short side here. Mr. Waters here as well. Good to see you.
Oh, did someone run wide there?
What did you think of the race, Anthony? We have our first VSC of the weekend. It's is that an Alpine? No, it's a Williams.
Virtual safety goal.
It's Stroll. That's him out of the session.
Crash on the track.
VSC ending.
Alright, there we go. That is the setup nailed. That's what we needed. So we can actually go ahead and call Felipe in now. He's done 30 minutes on track. Just going to go a little longer with Freddie. Perfect. That's what we'd like to see. Hundreds across the board.
Someone's run wide.
Yeah, I don't know which race has been more painful on the final lap, whether it was last night or whether it was Monaco, where both cars ran out of fuel right before the line. Both of those are pretty painful.
The checkered flag is now out.
But it was certainly a gut punch last night. After a horrible race for Vesti, just going nowhere at the back of the field, and then to just crash out with half a lap to go, having just literally taken the lead as well. Yeah. Brutal. Right, into quali. Let's get some good bits on the car. We're looking at a 75 and an 81. Let's go with the 81. Got a choice of a few engines here. Got a 78 and an 87. We'll go with the 87. ERS modules. There we go. And gearboxes. Alright, there we go.
Ready to check?
So hopefully we're going to get a clean run here. I want to try and get through with as few runs as possible, because if we do get a couple of different dry patches tomorrow, then I want to have a couple of sets of soft tyres available for those. And it does look like we are going to get that clean run. No traffic at the very least. Let's see what kind of pace we've got here at Zandvoort. Pretty faster in the first sector. And the middle sector as well. Freddie came to play. There we go, very close between the two. Felipe does get a slight edge in the final sector. Let's see how we stack up against the AI. Half a second off Verstappen. Oof. But comparable with Sainz and Perez and Hamilton. Leclerc might be a little bit of a stretch.
There's been a crash. Sounds like a single car. Here's the replay.
Zhou's out.
Now we see the Williams here. A definite collision there.
Oh,
That's
big crash.
very unfortunate.
Alright, 6th and 7th. Again, it's quite a close field. If you take the top 2 out, then you're looking at 4/10. Not even 4/10, 3/10 separating 3rd to 10th. 4/10 would be 3rd to 13th. That's a pretty close spread. Does mean we might not be able to get through just on these scrubs. We might have to run twice.
Radio check. Radio check.
Radio check.
And this time it's Felipe with the advantage. So maybe he was just getting a little bit of dirty air on his run. Perez stepping up in this session. I think we've probably got enough pace in the car to not need to run again. It's going to be close, but I'm going to sit in the garage and keep my fingers crossed. Yep, we are through. Oh wow, is that both Mercedes out? It is. What happened to Mercedes? 13th and 15th. I will take that all day long. So we have some brand new softs for this session. Let's see just how high up the grid we can go.
Radio check. Radio check.
Okay, should be green now.
We want to wait 5. Yeah, we don't have that kind of pace. We're in contention for 3rd and 4th here, though. The rest of the field's leaving it late if they're going to go out again. They're leaving it too late. I've seen this happen before where they just go out with not enough time left. There you go, look, see, that's one of the Alpines heading out, which means we're going to get potentially a load of traffic on our hot lap, which is going to really piss me off. There goes the Ferrari. They're not going to get a lap in. Oh, this is going to ruin us if the whole garage empties. There goes the next Ferrari. And a Red Bull. And the other Alpine. Oh, god damn, we're just going to hit traffic. It's going to ruin our laps. Yep, that's Bestie already getting held up. And there's a lift where we shouldn't be lifting. That's Drogovic's lap ruined. Freddie getting held up again. Another little lift. Oh god damn! We had pace to get ourselves onto the second row of the grid here, and I don't think it's going to happen now. Oh man, look at that, 8th and 9th. Ah, that sucks. I'm really pissed off about that.
It's race day, with the teams and drivers ready and raring to go.
There was some good work from Aston Martin during the qualifying session, and they will go to the grid full of confidence. Mercedes ran into a number of issues during qualifying, and they won't be starting the race where they'd want to be. But anything can happen, and they're surely ready to take any opportunity that comes their way. And it's a little rainy here today. Only a few drops for now, but teams will be monitoring the situation really closely during the race.
So it's time for some fighting between the sand dunes, here at the Dutch Grand Prix.
Now, you guys are missing the point on that. It's not that I went too late or went too early. I went at just the right time. The AI went out without enough time to actually complete the warm-up lap and get across the line to start a hot lap. They were leaving the garage with a minute to go. You know, which means on a lap that's a fast lap is 1 minute 8 seconds. They weren't even going to start a flying lap. They were just literally going to go out, do a slow lap, and then just go back to the pits. That was it. That's why I was so annoyed. Right. Weather. It's going to be inters the whole way through. So, let's go with a double inters. If we look after our tyres, maybe we can go 3 inters. It's we've got the tyres for it. Okay, so let's see what we could do if we go with just the 2. Yeah, it's going to be quicker to do the 3 stop, isn't it? Or the 3 stints, the 2 stop strategy. Alright, there we go. So, 3 sets of inters. We have 3 brand new sets of inters. Fuel, we're going to take a lap out. We're going to go aggressive off the line. See if we can at least reclaim a couple of places that we should have had. And we are good to go.
We have a little bit of rain here. I expect most of the teams are hoping that's as bad as it gets. taking a look at the Aston Martin. A top 10 position today, but will they be able to capitalise on it? There's the second Aston Martin. They're in the front half of the pack, so there's plenty of potential for them. The teams are ready to go. The drivers are ready, and the crowds are waiting. It's the Dutch Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
So we are going to have what looks like a couple of little flirtations with a 4 mil water level. We will be massively slow when that happens, as we try and straddle either side of Bottas there. And in the end, neither driver gets through.
This is good, come on.
Yellow flags somewhere behind us. One of the McLarens, Norris, running wide, I think.
They've locked up and gone straight on. Let's take a look at the replay. Watch this. We're looking at Lando Norris. It's a lock-up, and that could be costly.
That's dropped him down several places.
The team are really disappointed with that.
Well, this isn't great. We're just tripping over each other at the moment. Oh, and it's a spin for Felipe.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look here. This was the Aston Martin. And this, yes, this
Oh, you
is
like the
where they
Jeopardy,
spun
do you?
out.
Do you? There's some Jeopardy right there for you.
And the team had
Yeah.
such high hopes.
Ah, dear. It's maybe best you can now have a clean run
Yeah, take it easy, Bobby.
at the back of Bottas here.
P5 at the moment.
Immediately going to go on the attack against Sainz.
Aston Martin
Pretty much
with a
out of
great
battery
play
here.
there.
This is
They've
going to be
moved up a
my
place.
one and only attempt here. We're up the inside and we're through. Excellent stuff. Let's go into harvest mode
We need to charge it.
and protect the tyres.
That's it. Drop back a bit.
Yeah, if this was a dry race, I wouldn't be quite so worried, but this is a wet race. Our drivers have really low adaptability, and we've got a spike around lap 20 and a spike around lap 45 and a spike at the end where our pace is going to drop massively compared to the rest of the grid. There's already enough jeopardy in this Grand Prix. Don't need any more adding in. Oh, there we go. There's a spin. That helps. Ocon just very kindly pulling over and letting us through.
There's a spin. We can take a look now. Now have a watch of this. Looks like Ocon. What a spin! The team are devastated. They'll...
done a good job.
And somehow I missed it, but Drukovic is already up to
Done a good job
17th.
pushing.
Aston Martin are moving up the field. Let's take a closer look. Let's have a look here. This was the Aston Martin.
And that's how we got 3 places in one corner. What a move. Alright, I don't have the pace to close down Leclerc or Verstappen. So I'm going to start charging now and try and just consolidate 3rd place if I can. Let's head over to Felipe.
Use energy.
Confirm.
Oh, he's on full wets. Vettel's on full wets. Why is he on full wets? Get out of the way, Stroll.
Good job.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained
There
a
we
race
go.
position.
You're in a good place.
So Albon and Vettel on the full wet tyres. It's not going to be wet enough for full wets for quite some time. So if they don't come off those tyres and they stay on them, they're going to be really starting to slip down the order if the track starts drying up any more than it is already. Now that water level is creeping up ever so slightly. Now I'm starting to wonder if the AlphaTauris know something I didn't.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
There we go, a little bit more battery in both cars. We unfortunately did lose out to Sainz in the process, but hopefully we can close that back up again.
energy if you need it.
Copy.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
We're good to push.
Copy.
Let's focus.
Alpine just advanced. Here's the replay. Okay, so then... Oh, and that's a crash. Let's see what happened there. Let's have a look here. This was the Aston Martin. That crash is terrible news for the team. That's going to be a big blow to the team. Will they be able to recover? We'll see.
We need to retire the car.
Yeah, copy.
Yeah, I am muted. This is probably just as well because I swore a lot. I don't know what the hell's going on with my drivers right now, but they were so good in the first half of this season, and the last couple of races, it's just since France, ever since France, we have failed to get both cars home. We had a first lap crash in France. We had problems at Austria. We had no, not Austria, sorry, problems at the Hungaroring, problems at Spa, now problems here. It's like 4 races in a row where we're just and we can't sack them because of the rules. We've got to stick with them. I wouldn't sack them anyway. You know, we've put all this time into developing them. We've got to see it through. But it's just, it's so frustrating. It's like all the form in the car or in the drivers has just gone completely out the window. Felipe is stuck here in 14th. He's had a spin, Vesti's had a crash. still, this is going to close the field back up. It's going to give us a chance to recharge the battery, save a little bit of fuel, save a little bit of wear on tyres, so we can really push hard at the restart. I'm hoping we're going to get another lap, seeing as the field hasn't reformed yet. But it's about to, so we might get a late safety car diving into the pits. Right, we are going to get another lap. R1 boxes. I wonder. It's probably too late to do this now. Yeah, it's still slower. But it would be more feasible than going to a one stop. The safety car's going to come in at the end of this lap, so not only would we drop to the back of the field, but we would also end up 15 seconds adrift. Which is not good. That's Albon getting off the full wets. Has Vettel pitted? No, he has not.
Safety car will be in this lap.
Yep, copy.
Oh, wait. Oh, I've got underfloor damage as well. Come on. God damn it.
No saving required.
Copy.
Make sure you get a good restart.
Yeah, copy.
Disappointing you'll never get to hear my outburst during the muted period. Well, the way things have been going recently, there will probably be another one at some point.
Doing a good job.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
Right, there we go. Good, aggressive restart. That's 3 places gained.
You're doing a good job.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Go on up the inside. There we go. And now we're onto the back of the Mercedes.
Nicely done.
This was another race where we had the real opportunity to massively score points against Mercedes, and now we've only got one car running against their 2. So that hampers that. Oh, brave on the brakes. Very brave on the brakes. And we're at battery. But we're up on the inside of Hamilton. Couldn't quite get it without the battery there.
This is good. Come on.
That's a good restart though. I gained 5 places in, what, 2-3 laps?
Yeah, take it easy.
Copy.
I'll take that. Let's charge back up and get ready to go again. I don't know what the AI is going to do in terms of tyre strategy here. I think they might just one-stop it. I'm being aggressive with the 2-stop, and I don't know if I'm going to have enough pace to pull it off. I may have to pivot. Which would mean running at a lower pace to try and preserve these tyres, or at least running at a lower pace once we pit. Got a little spike of bad weather about to hit. That's going to slow us down. I was really looking forward to a dry race here. Let's see what happens at Monza next week. Maybe we'll have a wet race there as well. I just don't know. Really hope we don't. We need a dry race to really get the most out of the car and that new rear wing. And we're going to have to make more front wings after this Grand Prix. Potentially. So far in 2 Grand Prix weekends, including this one, we've gone through 5 brand new front wings. We only had them for the very start of the Grand Prix last weekend, and we've gone through 5 of them already. Ah, dear. Alright, now we've got some battery in the car, let's try and push it up again. I would love to get in front of those cars before the rain spike. Don't think that's going to happen.
use energy.
Yeah, copy.
Here it comes. And that's now a full wet circuit. Hopefully this will dry up again very quickly. But there you can see, even with tyre push and battery deployment, we were just completely out-dragged on the straight there. It's conditions like this where we really struggle. And it's still getting wetter. And we are just bleeding lap time right now. Due to stop in about 5 laps. Alright, Albon's gone for full wets. I don't think it's going to stay wet enough for long enough to make that switch worthwhile. Looks like it's already starting to dry up a touch. Look how much ground we've lost already. We were gaining by 2 or 3 tenths a lap before the rain started spiking, and then yeah, that's before we even turned on the tyres and the DRS, the ERS, and now we are losing over a second a lap.
Let's focus.
It's a race position gain.
Alonso's going to nail us here as well. I'm just going to launch it straight up the inside. We're going to be defenseless. There he goes. Alright, let's charge up. We are going to go onto a new set of inters in a couple of laps. We're going to really blister the field as quick as we can.
Push a bit more.
Yeah, copy.
It's just so demoralising watching our drivers just go backwards when the weather's like this. You go through all that hard work to close up to the field and gain positions, and then it just gets a little bit too wet, and all of a sudden you're nowhere. We've got another spike like this later. At the end, I think I will go full wets at the very end. Just try and terrorise the field as best we can. Back down to 11th.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
We're nearly 3 seconds slower. Alright, let's get this box.
Box.
Copy, Bob.
Track's starting to dry up. Hopefully we can stay ahead of these two on this lap. And all of a sudden you can just see that a little bit more aggression and pace just in the way that Felipe's cornering. It's still a little bit too wet, really. Alright, here we go. Brand new set of inters. Ooh, yellow flag in sector 1. That's just someone running wide, I think.
Oh, we've had a spin.
Oh, spin for Vettel.
Let's have a look. Taking a look again.
That is not sector 1.
Look at
Ah. Right, time to push. As Vettel gets off those full wets, goes back onto inters again. Albon's already done that. AlphaTauri just having a really, really terrible race here. In their strategy all wrong. Starting on full wets when the rest of the field was on inters.
Tyres cool.
Yeah.
Leaving it too long to go to inters, then going back to full wets when nobody else did, and now back to inters again. So the AI's tyre is probably going to be around about 70%. Oh, no, less than that. 65%. That's even better. Which means they're probably going to run another 10 laps or so before they think about boxing. At least another 10 laps. So we've got some time to really push here. and start closing that gap down. See, fastest lap at the moment after the current drivers is Max on a 1:18.9. God, he's a second faster than Leclerc on that last lap. Oh, there we go. 0.3 faster now Leclerc crosses the line. It's just a big gap. Everyone's speeding up as the track dries out. Let's see what we do across the line. This should be fastest lap out of the current competitors, I think. Maybe not overall, but we should be the fastest on track right now. .118.3. Yeah, there we go. We're 6 tenths faster than Verstappen. Which means we're 1.5 seconds faster than the cars that we're kind of fighting with, which is sights down. That's really good. So we need to get our way through these slower cars with as minimum fuss as possible here. Great stuff. Didn't even have to tell him to get into clean air to make the pass. He just did it himself. I like it when they do that.
Aston Martin with a great play there.
Can we salvage anything from this rotten race? Okay, so we're about a second faster than Bottas. I think Bottas is probably the limit of where we can get to if we're lucky, without a safety car anyway. I think Sainz will be a little bit too quick for us. Who knows though, anything can happen. The last couple of races have shown that. I swear to God though, if we get to the last lap having overtaken for like a podium or something and then we crash instantly, I swear to God I'm deleting this game from my hard drive. I haven't raged at a game for a very long time, but and I've never put a controller through a TV screen, but I think this might be the game to do it if it does that to me 2 nights in a row. Max just absolutely storming away. As we're onto the back of Joe. And there we go, we get the move done. But for all our pace, we're still in 15th. Still a long way off.
Okay, good job.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
Yeah, take it easy.
Yep, copy.
Let's let the tyres cool down a little bit. This will hurt our race pace. But we still have a significant advantage on the cars we're chasing. Alright, targets acquired. New fastest lap of the Grand Prix. I mean, theoretically, we should be setting fastest laps every lap while the track's drying out like this, given the tyre pace advantage we have right now.
We can push more.
Yep.
Rears are hot.
Copy.
And there we go, Schumacher's the first into the pits. Come on, Norris, get out of the way. Thank you. Albon just set the fastest lap. Now Vettel. Wow. I know we got held up on that lap. Now Verstappen. Let's get straight onto the back of Ricciardo. Sainz is in. Now we've got Alonso and Russell in the box as well. Get ahead of both of those two. And now we're in that kind of tricky situation where we've got an advantage over some of these guys, and the guys that have just boxed are going to be faster than we are because they're the ones with the extra grip now. Now Bottas pits. There goes Ricciardo. Oh, it's going to be close coming out with Bottas. He's just going to hold in front of us. And now he's going to drive away from us. Okay, that's a bit of a shame. I was hoping we could get up with him. Try and follow him through. Just got stuck behind Ricciardo for a little bit too long. Here comes Alonso. He's through on Norris now. He's going to be closing in on us pretty quickly.
Pick up the pace a bit.
Yeah, copy.
Ocon boxes. We will get ahead of Ocon.
You've done a good job.
And Magnussen's gone. That was the little block that we had between us and Alonso, and it's gone. But we're back in the points. So now we need to try and ride out this storm of cars coming up behind us with better tyres. Try and hold them off as long as we can, and then really attack them again when we make our second stop. And we're about to have, oh great, another flurry of heavy rain. Just when everyone is on brand new tyres. So as if we didn't have enough of a deficit, we've now got, you can have a pace disadvantage as well as a grip disadvantage. Can we at least get ahead of Gasly before he comes out of the box? Just about. I don't know if Alonso's gaining that much. We're holding pace with Alonso. That's encouraging. We're actually slightly faster than Bottas, which I'm surprised at. As Max finally boxes for his one and only stop. Unless they throw on full wets at the end, which I'm really hoping they're not going to. And Leclerc boxes as well. They should both retain position against Hamilton and Perez. Might even see Hamilton box here. He does. And we do jump Hamilton. And someone spun. Sector 3. It is actually Sector 3.
Yeah,
They got it
okay.
right for a change.
Yep.
Magnussen with a spin.
Let's take a closer look. All eyes on Kevin Magnussen here. What a spin out!
So yeah, our pace is actually pretty comparable right now. I'm pleased with that. I honestly didn't think we'd be able to hold them back. Which makes me wonder whether or not I should throw on a set of full wets for that little stint there. And just really go for it. I'm probably going to stick with what we've got. Yeah, now we're starting to struggle. Where am I in terms of track position? The pit stop's going to bring me out somewhere around about Ricardo. Don't know whether to box or not.
Push more.
Okay,
Let's
copy.
up the tyre burn. See if we can keep pace a little bit better. We do have a fuel positive delta now. What we did briefly. So that will give us some pace options in the closing stages of the lap of the race. I don't think it's going to get wet enough for long enough to justify a switch onto wets. But the gap to Bottas is opening up. Alonso's now swarming all over the back of us. It's not going to take him long to get past.
Rears are hot.
Copy.
And there we go. Just as it blips towards 4 mil,
Still a lot to play for.
Alonso swoops past us, and Gasly and Hamilton are coming hard and fast.
Alpine just advanced.
Come on, start drying up now, please. Don't get any wetter. Still want to salvage some points from this race. There goes Gasly. Hamilton's going to follow him through up the inside. Maybe not. We are holding him off for a moment. Starting to dry. I think we're just about going to be able to hold Hamilton back. Let's see. I'm due to stop in 7 laps. I think I might bring that forward just a touch. Perez still hasn't boxed yet. He's still on those tyres. He's starting to suffer for it lap time wise, as you can see. And yeah, he's still lapping faster than we are. That tells you everything about our driver's low adaptability. Right, we're finally lapping faster than Perez. The track is definitely drying up. Two more laps, I think, and then we'll box. Oh, we've got a spin. It's one of the Williams, I think.
Someone spun
It
out.
was Stroll. Just having a typical Stroll race. i.e. terrible.
We'll be boxing this lap.
Yeah, copy. One. Pit lane.
Copy.
All right. Depending on the weather, we've got one last throw of the dice, and that is if it does give us that nasty looking spike at the end and we throw on full wets, maybe we can close up a few positions. But it's going to be a tough thing to do. And we're now 18.5 seconds off the points. Oh, hello, lock up somewhere. Oh, safety car. Oh, couldn't have given me that just a lap earlier. I'll take it.
I think that was a crash. We can take a look.
Oh, Max is out.
We're just watching the
He was
Red Bull.
walking this race. And he crashed in front of the packed grandstand of his duchies. That's so tragic. Welcome to my world, Max.
A bitter blow for the team, and it may have really hurt their overall chances.
Safe.
Alright, let's see. Is anyone else going to box? Perez, surely he's going to box. No. Perez has stayed out. Maybe he'll box at the end of this lap. I mean, Zhou's going to box surely as well. I don't know if anyone else will. Oh, Albon has boxed. I was wondering about Albon. Question is, can we get out before he gets out? I think we'll just about get him. Yep, there we go. Zhou. So surely Perez is coming in this lap. He's at 23% on his tyres. This is a dream scenario for him. His teammates crashed and burned, and he now gets a free pit stop. He'll only lose the one place to Bottas by the look of it. Maybe Alonso. He should get out before Gasly. Well, I don't know actually. He might lose to Gasly as well, but yep, there we go. Perez into the pits. This is going to be a long safety car as well, because we've got lap cars to overtake once the field reforms. There's only one car at the moment, I think, that's lapped, and that's going to be Stroll, but that means we've got to wait to probably until Zhou gets onto the back of the field. So, yeah, we've got another 2 or 3 laps yet. So let's stop accruing lots and lots of extra fuel.
Copy.
And we are going to be right on the back of the points again. Come the restart. This has been a real boost for us. It's brought us right back into contention for strong points finish. And now it makes me wonder whether or not boxing for full wets is going to be the right strategic call for that spike at the end. There's the signal to let Stroll unlap himself, and off he goes. So safety car will probably be in at the end of this lap then. Can we have another really strong safety car restart like last time? If we can gain just 3 places, I'll be happy with 3. And I'll get us back into the points with a little bit of a safety margin. If we can do what we did last time in game 5, that puts us ahead of both of the Mercedes. And there is the car coming in.
Yeah, copy.
I have got a grip advantage over most of the field. Not Perez, not Zhou, not Albon, but everybody else. That gives me a little margin
Control line.
Yeah.
on tyre wear.
We think we can lean on the tyres more.
Okay, copy.
Energy if you need it.
Copy.
Another good restart. Yellow flag in sector 3. Stroll spins trying to catch up.
Like we've had a
No,
spin.
Schumacher spins on turn 1 because, of course, turn 1 is sector 3.
Doing a good job. Keep pushing.
That seems to wind me up more and more with every incident where it's just completely the wrong part of the track to what it's saying.
Get the tyres down now.
Okay.
Perez.
We're P9.
We're stuck behind slow cars. We can't take advantage of this. We can't even get away from Ocon. He keeps trying to re-overtake us. We can get Perez here. That sets us up with a chance.
This is good. Come on.
Go on. Complete the move up the inside. There we go. And straight on the attack against Russell, please. Need Russell to cover off Perez here. There we go. That opens the window for me to try and go up the inside.
Good job.
And we've got Russell.
Aston Martin with a great
Oh, it says
play there.
Perez.
They've moved up a place.
Good job.
We go straight on the attack against
Looks like
Gasly.
Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
Not quite close enough. Almost out of battery. And that is me out of battery now.
Yeah, take it easy.
Copy.
So now we have to switch from going on the attack against Gasly to defending against Perez. We gained the 3 places I was after, but more would have been nice. And of course, god damn it. Second I stop pushing,
They've gone
we go to the
wide.
back of the grid. I'm rapidly losing patience.
Was that a lock-up on the track?
Okay, so
Let's see
Gasly
what
locks up
happened
in
there.
sympathy.
Now let's watch this. The Alfa Romeo involved in this one. Well, they've locked up. They won't have been happy about that.
And there he is. So we gained 1 place back. Oh, I'm not going to cancel the series. You don't have to worry about that, Farrow. I've invested too much into this, you know, both time and emotionally. Now we pretty much have to roll the dice at the end. Go on to those full wets. That's our only real chance of maybe getting back into the points. So we're looking at around lap 60, 61. Diving in for full wets.
We're good to push.
Copy.
If the stream abruptly ends in a minute, you'll know what. Yeah, maybe. No, I'll see it out. I just might stop talking. Well, I won't stop talking. I'll start swearing, but I'll do it off mic. It's a shame I can't, because I'm controlling all of this, basically just streaming direct from the PS5 and keeping an eye on the chat on YouTube on my phone. It's not like I'm going through a PC or anything. I can't interject any overlays or anything like that. I would have like a technical difficulties, please stand by screen pop up. but do not have the capability for that. There we go, just bully our way past Schumacher.
Doing a good job, that's going to help you.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Once again, we're having to scrap our way past the back markers of the field just to try and get into any kind of contention. The one good thing is that because we had a safety car recently, the field is still pretty close together.
Yeah, copy.
But the downside of that is the fact that when we did have that lock up and go wide, we dropped all the way to the back of the grid as opposed to just one or two places. There we go, that's Joe taken care of. Magnussen up next.
This is good, come on.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
Use energy.
Copy.
There we go, 13th.
This is good.
How far are we off Ocon? 6.5 seconds. Right, Vettel should be an easy target with those tyres. You can see how much we've pushed our tyres compared to Perez and Albon. They boxed the lap after I did. Another lock up. Someone's in the wall. That's Norris.
We've had a crash.
Energy if you need it.
Okay, copy.
And that's Vettel going into the pits. Decided his tyres have had enough. Norris obviously boxing because he's broken something on his car, his front wing probably. And we are now just 5 seconds, 5.5 seconds off the points. I think just getting into the points is going to be an achievement in itself today, given everything we've had to go through just to get there.
Save fuel, save fuel.
Yeah, copy.
Here comes that little spike of heavy rain. And I'm going to have to go for it. I'm going to have to box, because if I stay on the inters, even though I'll have slightly more grip than some of the cars I'm chasing, I will lose so much time per lap. I'll lose about a second a lap to Hamilton and Co. that I may as well roll the dice and hope that it stays wet enough, long enough for me to really just close them down and maybe steal a place from them on a set of brand new full wets on full push. It's looking like the biggest spike of weather for the entire Grand Prix as well. So that's why I'm hopeful that a switch to full wets will work out for us. Ah, come on. How did we not have enough grip to go around the outside there?
This is good. Come on.
Come on, up the inside. There we go.
Good job.
Right. 3.5 seconds to the points.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Box.
Yeah, copy box.
Our entire recovery is now based on this decision.
Push.
Yeah, copy.
You can see how much darker the sky's got.
Rain risk is receding.
Copy.
Alright, that is not what I wanted to hear. My gamble now, it's not going to pay off. We'll cancel the stop.
Yeah, take it easy.
Yeah, copy.
No saving required.
Okay, copy.
I'm undecided on what to do here. I've got to stay out. I don't want to, but I've got to. This weather's just not going to last long enough for me to close up the gap that I need to. Or is it? Hopefully the cars in front will panic. You see, I'd have so much pace on full wets in this conditions, but given that it's gonna go cloudy and stop raining in 2 minutes. It's already starting to come down again, look. Just need to hang on. Science is boxing. I've lost my tyre advantage. Sainz went for the full wets. Oh, is anyone else going to do this? It's still too wet for me. I'm losing time. Sainz is going to be rapid for the next 2 laps. And then we go, rain has stopped. And there goes Sainz straight up the inside. Leclerc's boxing. Oh my god, Ferrari is shooting themselves in the foot again. I can't believe Ferrari have made the same strategy error again. Oh, and Russell's boxing. I just need to hold position for a lap or two until it dries up enough for me to start closing in again.
Save fuel.
Yep, copy.
8 to go.
8 laps. I lost 5 seconds during that little spell on high weather, and we're still bleeding time, but the thing is now Ferrari are going to have to box again, surely. If they don't, they're going to be slow, so theoretically I can get past both the Ferraris, if nothing else. Leclerc stays out. Track's now back to Inter territory. I can now hopefully start to pull away from Ricciardo.
7 laps to go.
How many times have we seen Ferrari do this? Too many. It's the answer. But it's not just Ferrari. We saw Red Bull do it. We've seen Alpine do it. You know, the AI just sometimes does very stupid decisions when it comes to strategy. Not just Ferrari, but does seem to be more Ferrari than anyone else at the moment. Bottas boxes. Don't tell me he's going for full wets now that the track's already dry. He's going to be going for fresh inters. We might see some other cars boxing for fresh inters. Ricciardo's boxing. I must admit, I considered boxing for fresh inters last lap.
6 to go.
But I'm trying to hold position. What tyres did Bottas put on? He put on fresh inters. Yeah, so he's going to be quick. Is he going to be quick enough? He is 6.5 seconds behind. That gap's going to come down pretty quick as soon as he gets past Magnussen. Is anyone else going to make a questionable decision? There's still time. Alonso could well box.
Rears are hot.
Copy.
Which also means Hamilton and Ocon could also box. Magnussen behind might box. I'm hoping he doesn't. I'm hoping he holds up Bottas. Even if it's just for one more lap. Part of me hopes the Ferraris do box, part of me hopes that they don't box. If they do box, I'll overtake them, but they'll start coming back at me. If they don't box, I might have the pace to catch them, I might not, I don't know. It's not drying up fast enough for me. Bottas is past Magnussen, so Magnussen can go ahead and box now, I don't care. I need Ferrari to start dropping off the pace.
It's 4 to go.
There we go, we just gained half a second on Sainz. And we gained a second on Leclerc. Four seconds. Oh, sorry, 4 laps to go. 6 seconds the gap in front of us. I think the only cars we're really going to realistically have a chance of getting are the Ferraris. And even then, I'm not sure I can get both of them. If I can get Sainz, I'll be happy with Sainz. And as the track dries out, we're just going to get faster and he's going to get slower in comparison. My tyres are almost dead.
Be 3 to go.
1.5 seconds faster than Sainz. We are going to catch Sainz. 2 seconds faster than Leclerc, but we'd probably have to fight our way through Albon and or Ocon. Perez has just been handed this victory. Hamilton's in second. He stayed out. There's still a chance Alonso might do something stupid and box. I don't think he will, but it'd be so sweet if he did. Because there'd be no way he'd catch back up. Come on, Alonso. Box, box, box. Box, box. There is Sainz. You have 2 laps left.
To go.
We're nearly 3 seconds faster than Sainz on that last lap. We're 3.5 seconds faster than Leclerc. Leclerc has been passed. Okay, so we can get both Ferraris.
Use energy.
Yeah, copy.
There we go. That's Sainz.
Good job.
We'll get Leclerc on the next lap, and that'll be as high as we're going to go.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
This will be last lap.
Just throw it up the inside, and Leclerc has no answer to that.
You're doing a good job. Yeah, take it easy.
Yeah, copy.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Once again, it's another question of what could have been. As our tyres finally hit the cliff. Bottas has passed Sainz as well. Russell is all over the back of Sainz. Can Sainz even hang on for ninth? No, Russell just sweeps around the outside of him. Can Leclerc hold on for the final points place?
Checkered flag.
Yes, just. What a nice end to a horrible, horrible race. We actually did manage to salvage something. 6th place, that's 2 points. 3 points. Russell doesn't score, but unfortunately Hamilton comes second, which means that's 8 points. So Mercedes pull out another 5 points on us in the constructors.
What an incredible outcome for Aston Martin's driver.
If our drivers had kept it on the track, that would have been a 2-3 for us. I don't think we'd have been able to keep Perez behind, but with Max retiring and the Ferrari doing a Ferrari, yeah, that would have been a 2-3 for us.
They've done an excellent job and they deserve all the plaudits.
And after this result, the team is 4th in the constructor standings.
We now look ahead to the next round in Monza in Italy. The Temple of Speed is waiting and the teams will be ready and raring to go.
Alright, so last Thursday we had a horrible race to close off what had been a really good week. And this week has just been horrible. Pretty much all the way through. Look at the gains here. Perez gained 10 places, Hamilton gained 10, Alonso gained 15. Alonso got on the podium. Albon gained places, Russell gained, Magnussen gained, Zhou gained. Max losing 18 places with his retirement. We lost 13. In the Drivers' Championship, that does make things a little more interesting. In the Drivers' Championship, Perez closes the gap to just 9 points. And all of a sudden, we have a potential World Championship fight on our hands again. With Max having just been running away with this championship, now all of a sudden it's less than a race win gap between the two of them. Another DNF for Max and another win for Perez, and that will see him go top. Leclerc picks up a single point, which is enough to keep him ahead of his teammate and even extend the gap slightly. Lewis jumps back ahead of us, unfortunately, thanks to his second place. No points for Freddie. Felipe does chip in with a few more points. Is being caught by Ocon in the process as well. Alonso also getting some points on the board. And Bottas overtakes Ricciardo. In the Constructors' Championship, well, Red Bull pretty much locked up this Constructors' Championship. I think it's fair to say, even with Max crashing out, they still massively outscored Ferrari because Ferrari don't know how to do strategy. Mercedes with 8 points do close the gap to Ferrari and extend their gap by 5 more points over us. So we're now 12 points behind again. Hopefully things will change at Monza. Alpine also take a big bite out of the gap that we had over them, closing the gap by 8. They're now 14 behind. Alfa Romeo pick up a couple of points, and Alfa Tauri score some points again. Haas once again languishing near the bottom, just not able to really do anything, and Williams still yet to score. So, apparently Vesti had a good race. That's not how I would describe it. We'll move on from that. Exceptional race for Felipe. I wouldn't necessarily say it was exceptional, but it was he had some very strong moments. I mean, look at the number of overtakes and defences he pulled off there. 22 overtakes, 25 defences, 17 failed overtakes, 15 failed defences. That's a lot of points that he's earned in terms of experience. He's going to be very close to another point, if not getting one once we get back to the garage. We did lose some money with the sponsors because we didn't get the finish position again. And we have another spare chassis that immediately is going to go straight onto the car to replace the one that just got destroyed. We have regulation changes, financial changes for next season. We're still exceeding the board's expectations, apparently. We are certainly not exceeding my expectations. Isaac Hadjar, one of the drivers that I was considering for next season, he has been recommended to us. We are able to see his stats, and he is progressing quite nicely. He's got a nice balance of his stats. He's still got the rest of this year to go before we could even think about signing him. Yeah, he could be one to have a look at for next season. Regulation changes, reducing the cost cap. Yep, I'm all in favour of that. We're going to get nowhere near our cost cap. New chassis is available. We do have 3 in stock, so apparently we didn't total one. Oh no, wait, yeah, we did. We've only got 2. So we need to manufacture another new chassis. Let's rush that. That notification is the same as last time. It's the one we got on day 2 of the weekend. Same as the one that we're going to work on here. Front wings. We are down to 2 spare front wings. Yeah, better make another one just to be on the safe side. Rear wings, we've got 4 of those, we're fine on those. We're going to get new rear wings anyway. Side pods, we don't need to change those. Underfloor, I do need another underfloor now. I am going to try and get 2 of those, one for the Grand Prix and then an extra spare, because I get the feeling I might end up damaging one going over Ascari or something. And suspensions, did not break a suspension. That's good news. There is the new front wing, or new rear wing, 2 days away. Let's get that on the car. Give me something to smile about going into the next Grand Prix. Oh, I don't have any manufacturing slots. Oh no. Okay, front wing is finished tomorrow. We still have time to get it on the car. Right, now we can manufacture this new rear wing. We're going to go emergency, just do 3 of those. And let's try this new rear wing. Really hoping for a nice little performance boost going into this Grand Prix. Oh yes, that's very nice to see. That's going to improve our low and medium speed cornering, our acceleration of the DRS, and improve our speed profile a little bit. And it will improve our dirty air cornering quite significantly in the low speed, which is very much needed. So, let's just skip the last day. Forgot to look at the weather. It's going to be dry. Yes! We're going to have a dry race. So, we got a real chance of showing some proper pace. We've got 1 really, really good engine left for each of our cars that we've been saving for Monza. So we will be unleashing the best parts we possibly have for the race next Tuesday. Let's go ahead and, before I forget, start a new research project for next season. Do I have hours available yet? Not for another 45 days. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at doing a front wing project. We want to improve airflow across the board. We want to massively improve brake cooling if we can. We desperately need to make sure we get big gains on our high speed, smaller gains on medium, and little gains on low speed. How long is that going to take? 74 days. Let's add some engineers, and we can do that in 53. 53 days puts us not long after Mexico. 7th of November. That will leave us more than enough time to do another complicated part. There we go. So we have another research project on the way. So that is 3 that we're doing now. We've got a suspension project that finishes in 15 days. That will then become a rear wing project. Maybe I might wait for hours before I do a rear wing. So I might wait until the front wing's done until I do the rear wing project. So we can look at maybe doing maybe a side pods, or I don't know. We'll see. we'll see what comes up. See what the list of projects we'll have completed is by then. So we are here now, ready for Monza. That is going to be our race next Tuesday. Let's go ahead and do this point as well, actually, thinking about it. Let's boost Felipe's reactions. How close is Freddie to another point? Should get one after the Grand Prix. Do we have any staff upgrades? No, we do not. So yeah, a solid recovery in the end for Felipe after a pretty crappy start to the race. Spinning out, losing a load of places, fighting his way through the grid, spinning again. Safety cars definitely helped us in that one. There's no way we would have been able to recover back up to 6th without those safety cars. We kind of got the tyre strategy right. Could have been fine-tuned a bit better. Freddie, again, I don't know what's going on with Freddie these last few races. Fingers crossed he's got it out of his system, ready for Monza. I'm really hoping that we'll do well there next week. However, we will be back with some more Monza tomorrow, I believe, with Williams. I think we're going to Monza tomorrow. So that'll be it for me tonight. I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow for the next race in our Williams season. And then, as I say, Monza with Aston Martin next Tuesday. So until then, thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more F1 Manager very soon.